What's up, Space Pirates? This is your captain, the Dread Pirate Dr. Disaster. And if you're ever looking for a barometer as to whether or not you're making the right choices, you can always count on the access media to inform you. If the access media starts harumphing your actions, then you know that you're doing well.
Harumph! I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph. Harumph!
You watch your ass.
And that is what we have going on here with the First Descendant, the free-to-play looter-shooter from Nexon, who has just announced that they are adding jiggle physics to the game in order to cater to the gamers who have been asking for this since the beginning. This is such an obvious win for a game that has been not at all bashful about having good-looking female characters that it's kind of astonishing that it wasn't already included.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
But predictably, the access media, who are beholden to the HR department sewer creatures, who can't stand the fact that people prefer looking at things like jiggle physics in games instead of looking at them, they are having a bit of a snarky little tantrum over this announcement. They really can't handle the fact that this is being done despite the fact that popular opinion is the reason that it's added in the first place, and it shows in the way that these absolute clowns are responding to this announcement, because these screeching harpy feminists working in access media, along with their whiny little simps, they just cannot handle the female form. Alright, me hearties, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and also, don't forget to follow me over on Twitter or X, or whatever you want to refer to it as these days. I keep a list on there of games lousy with wokeness pinned to the account at all times for your reference. My handle over there is Dr. Disaster 1. But anyways, the First Descendant isn't exactly my personal cup of tea. As I've said before on this channel, I generally don't play free-to-play games. I know there are some good ones out there, but it's kind of a mental block for me. That being said, I have played a little bit of the First Descendant, and it seems like a pretty solid game, all things considered. It's not my style of shooter, but I had fun with it for a little while. That said, a lot of people really do like it, and when Season 2 releases, I expect that the game will pick back up in player count. At the moment, there are only around 10 to 15,000 people playing it concurrently on a regular basis on Steam. But for the longest time, that number was around 30 to 40 to even 50,000. Once the new season drops, I expect they're going to see an uptick, and especially if they add the jiggle physics, which apparently that's not going to drop right away in Season 2, but they've definitely promised that it's coming, and this is definitely a good move. And I know a lot of people aren't really big fans of Nexon, and I agree. They have a shady history as a company. However, they have made some good moves with this game, whether it's my cup of tea or not, and I respect good decisions when they come along. But of course, the access media, in all their snark, has not been particularly receptive to this idea. They're sitting on their cloud of judgment, looking down on any of us who appreciate this game mechanic, all while praising shit like Baldur's Gate 3, where you could get it on with a fricking bear. But this article here from PC Gamer was one of the snarkier ones that I came across. I enjoyed reading it because you could just feel the coping and the seething absolutely emanating from this article like steam from a boiling pot. It says, the First Descendant announces important news. It's getting official jiggle physics, which it somehow didn't already have. And then the article says, somehow it turns out that the First Descendant, the game PC Gamer's Morgan Park called Dollar Store Destiny, starring exclusively hot people, does not have jiggle physics. I know this because, as noticed by Games Radar, a developer has announced on Discord the important news that the First Descendant is getting jiggle physics. And doesn't this guy just sound like he's up on his high horse here? Imagine being a man like this writer is, or at least a male anyhow. I don't think a genuine man would write this shit, but imagine being male and pretending that jiggle physics upsets his sensibilities. There are precisely two possibilities as to why this upsets him. Either he's gay, and even then, I doubt that most normal gay dudes give a shit about this. Only the politically gay care about stuff like this, but either he's gay or he's trying to impress a feminist chick because he wants to sleep with her. Those are the options. But anyways, the article then lists the announcement from one of Nexon's developers saying, I wanted to share some important news, so I decided to come online late tonight. After a lengthy discussion with the AD today, a decision has been made to add the much requested jiggle physics. This was decided only a short while ago, so the details of when and how it will be implemented in the game are yet to be finalized and will be shared in future updates. And then the article says, for those not in the know, jiggle physics is a catch-all term for systems that add unmissably exaggerated oscillations to certain specific body parts. In other words, it makes the boobas bounce up and down. Okay, let's just be adults about it. It makes the boobs bounce and the butts bounce. Anyway, Wikipedia, which has a whole section dedicated to it, says jiggle physics, which it describes more prosaically as breast physics, dates back to 1992 in the fighting game Fatal Fury 2. And like I said before, the seething is coming off of this dude like light from a candle. It's embarrassing, but it's difficult to tear my eyes away. He ends up ending the article by saying, based on the entirely celebratory reaction on Reddit, they definitely weren't wrong about this being important news. And I gotta say, at least this dude is clearly acknowledging that he's in the minority on this one. But the amount of harumphs that we're getting from the media is wild. Too bad for them that nobody gives a shit. But I'm gonna leave it there. Drop some harumphs of your own aimed at the Access media into the comment section below, and we will talk there.
Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your captain is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty